have lack of information. It was the fact that the internet allowed us, like you said, to operate with more speed and have the information. Remember, they try to stop you. Okay, we grew up with skill sets. You guys grew up, I'll say with knowledge, but y'all can't do anything with it. Why? Because you guys don't execute on it. And therefore,
we do have an execution issue.
Therefore, information overload. So some of y'all can't even get no job because y'all don't have no skill set. Okay?
We don't even want no
so that's
job.
something to think about right there.
That's true too.
So with not having like
an example of how to create core values and why that makes sense is like you have to look at yourself and you say, what characteristics do I embody that I want passed down? What things do I like that I want passed down? And then you just create 3 to 5 different versions of them that you embody, and then you say, these are the values that I want to pass down to my children. So there are some values that she has, like integrity. That's one of our values that she embodies that now we embody that we would pass down to our children. You get what I'm saying? Like, so like it's just things that you view yourself, and sometimes it can be other people too.
How is it owning a business but still like balancing business and family relationship, like not letting stuff in the business leak into like the relationship in the family or the bond?
They're adults now. I have to respect them. They're men.
100%.
I have to respect their point of view, their opinions, what they bring to the table, teach them and nurture them along the way to just always be yes people. Taught them to be leaders, but yet they had to be servant leaders as well, because you can't sit up here and just be all about money.
So we have something called the 5-level meetings, right, that we teach. So she talked about 2 of them, which is the family therapy, the family legacy meetings, which are weekly, right? We also have individual therapy that we do. We also do the dinner nights. You pick a day for dinner, and then the game nights. So like everything we do is very intentional when it comes to the family meeting or family business in general.
So when you're talking about your core value, each family per se, and some people don't have both mother and father, right? They generally lean on to one person, or they just may have that one person, or that some of them don't even have parents. Okay, because we've met that, and I'm Mama T to everybody. Okay, but
that is good. You were about to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say you got to define what generational wealth looks like to you.
Correct.
Yeah,
I say this all the time. Like when we talk to people that want to be in our community, like, I want to leave a legacy. I want to build generational wealth. I'm like, okay, what does that look like? Like visually tell me what that looks like. And I feel like for people that are in the age group that y'all are in at the moment, I think first you got to know how to make money, right? So of course we all want generational wealth, but like you got to learn how to make money first. So she made a valid point. Some of the influencers in the podcast is a long-term thing, right? It's a long-term play. It's not something that's like immediate. So the thing that I would always recommend is something like get into sales. No, Forex trading is also a skill set, but that's also something that takes a while. So I would say get into sales first. Learn how to sell first. It's something that you can learn in 30 days and make money the next day type of vibe, right? If you want to learn how to make money first, and then that is obviously a skill set that you can pass down, right? You will never have a sales issue within your family ever again if you do that, right? So, but I would define what that looks like if but that comes after you learn how to make money. So like if you're 20 years old, you got to learn how to make money first. And does that make sense?
Yeah.
So to go back to what she was saying about you have to learn where you come from, sometimes when defining it, you don't know who you are when it comes to generational wealth. Like you might say, oh, I definitely want to just pass on wealth. Okay, great. But there are some people that are like, well, I don't even know who I am. I don't even have a family. I don't even know my roots. So talking to those type of people, first you need to know where you come from. Let's say you have one parent in the household. Where did that side of the family come from? And you need to go all the way back. With our family, we went as far as the 1800s, early 1800s. And then from all that data that we collected, we then realized, okay, who else is so big in generational wealth right now? The Queen Elizabeth, the King Charles. And then what do all these families have in common, right? They have like these right here, a family crest.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? So like they have a family crest that they pass down, that's also something that's outside of financial that can be passed, right?
But there are a lot of people who are afraid to talk to people. So just got to find other things that will allow you to still build what you need to build to get you where you need to go, your stepstone to get you where you need to go.
That's good. I really want to give you guys y'all like flowers.
No, for sure.
something I'm realizing, like, as you guys are talking, is y'all do a lot of studying in the game. Like, y'all are looking at other families, looking at, you know, how the government is structured and implementing these things in y'all family business. I feel like that's really admirable, because I've never heard of like a family that is intentional about structuring the family, structuring a business in the family, passing things down outside of wealth. Especially a black family. So
yeah, for sure.
That's your guys' generation.
Yeah, and also with the generation, what I notice is like everybody wants to like be their own individual or have their own presence or product or offer, and nobody wants to like really come together and do stuff. And it's so many things to like touch on that you guys spoke about. I know for me, I was definitely like, it brought to my attention just about character, and even like the book is something that can always be sold. It's not like as if you guys are just always constantly chasing after a dollar. And one thing that I wanted to ask about character is basically
the first thing that someone should do if they're not in the place that we're at is the first thing is to have a weekly family legacy meeting. That's the very first thing that you should do.
What are you doing, Mom, for the kids for like trust and like building a trust and all of that stuff? And even like once Dad passed, like where does his assets go, and how do you teach them to keep the assets as they get married and different things like that to keep the wealth going?
So you need to have a trust in place. You need to know where your credit stands, because all of this builds into the actual trust, where you have an opportunity to get actual insurance that you can actually live off of. But again, this is what they didn't show us within our community, that you can actually live off of insurance. That you can literally take credit, you can expunge that, you can literally liquidate that credit, put it into an insurance policy, allow it to grow and make money, borrow from it, and build a business from it. And that's what you want to do. If you want to be smart, that's what you do.
Yeah.
For sure.
And that's how we protect ourselves.
And buy one of them.
Yes, that's how we're protecting ourselves.
I would always say market first before creating anything.
Okay.
You need to not only do you need the money, but you also need to test. You need to see what they like.